Hi, and welcome to Astral Messages. My name is Angela, and I'll be bringing through guided messages for the sign of Cancer today. Thank you for being here. These messages are for the collective, so I encourage you to tap into your intuition during these readings and to discern what resonates for you and your personal journey. If you feel called to like, comment, and subscribe, I would greatly appreciate it. Okay, let's have a look to see the strongest energies are for the sign of Cancer for the month of September. Let's see what's going on. Strongest energies, please, Spirit. Okay. Grab a few more messages out for the sign of Cancer, month of September. Okay. Let's see what's coming through for you. We have work through your fears. New moon in Scorpio. A new romantic cycle begins. New moon in Libra. And believe in the impossible. Blue moon. Okay, interesting energy. The seeds of Mintaka. Seeing potential, bringing unconsciousness to light. And you're not for everyone. Embrace your weirdness. Face your true north. Interesting energy. Okay, so what I am getting up through for some, particularly those that may be entering into romantic connection, there may be some fears coming up here. You're not for everyone. To me, I'm getting potential rejection, interesting, or fear of rejection. And being your true self. What if they don't like me, is what I'm hearing. Interesting. But there's something in your subconscious here. But I'm also not just in your subconscious. I'm getting something in your knowing. Like you can sense something and you're bringing this to, like, you're acting on. Maybe you have a hunch or feel a connection with someone and you're wanting to see the potential. So you're wanting to, because it's believe in the impossible. It feels almost like something out of this world potentially, or am I making it up? Especially if you feel a strong connection with someone, right? And there is some fear around rejection. But I do have a message here: a new romantic cycle begins. Now, obviously, not everyone's here for love. And so what I'm getting with this is about just embracing who you are, embracing your intuition, because if we take this, a new cycle begins for those that are not connecting with the romantic side of things here. But there is some fear here around this new cycle because you're following your intuition. And with that, there is this unknown, right? And maybe where your intuition is leading you, it feels impossible. Did we not get a sign for a message, a reading for you, Cancer, that said making the impossible possible? Because I feel like what's happening here, if that reading resonated with you, I'll link it here if that is something that you're drawn to now, because even though these are set for the months that I read for, they can resonate with you later on down the track. But there is a new cycle that you are bringing in. And because we are in eclipse season, This is quite common where we're clearing out the old and bringing in the new. Now with you, Cancer, I feel like we're clearing out fear. Fear of being in your true energy, following your intuition, your truth. Embrace your weirdness. That's so interesting. Maybe there's something that you want to do or guided to do, and you think, oh, people might think that's weird. It's saying to work through those fears, Cancer. Okay. Well, let's dive in. Let's have a look at the tarot and have a look at your Celtic cross for the month of September. Please and thank you, Spirit. Okay, Three of Swords and the Lovers. Okay, so for those, because I'm getting strong romantic energy off of this, there may be some past pain in terms of a relationship, maybe something that didn't work out, maybe there was past rejection. Remember, you're not for everyone, but that doesn't mean that there isn't someone out there for you. Just like not everyone's for us, right? And seeing it from that light. Now, if this isn't romantic, maybe this is something that hurt you in the past. Maybe this is childhood bullying or something that you did when you've shown your true self in the past. Potentially it's felt you've been ridiculed, and maybe it's not even you haven't been bullied or anything like that. Maybe it's this part of self, this unconscious belief that society, your community won't accept you for who you are, because it's time to step into your light. Okay, let's have a look at your energy. The Five of Wands. So you're conflicted at this time. If this is a romantic one, connection for you, you're conflicted on whether or not to take a leap of faith here. It is due to fear and fear of pain. Interesting. Okay, let's have a look at your challenge. 10 of Swords. Yeah, an ending. Now, this may be an ending to past pain. This may be an ending to an old self that kept you hidden. This may be past betrayal as well. Doing that with the 10 of Swords. Interesting. Okay, let's see what's in your awareness. The King of Swords. So this is an ultimate decision maker, right? This is communicating as well. It's interesting. I almost feel like you have the sense to reach out to someone, to connect with someone, to go do something that you've always wanted to do. Because it's your truth. Your intuition this is your true north. It's kind of what's guiding you there. Okay. What don't you see? Justice. Okay. Balancing. Also in this card, it's looking at that shadow. The shadow, because there's always shadow and light within all of us. And that shadow is something you potentially can't see because she's got a blindfold on there, and it's bringing unconsciousness to light. Bringing something that you can't see that is within you, that is kind of keeping you hidden. not wanting to embrace who you are, or not wanting to be seen. Interesting. Okay. What's influencing this? The King of Cups. Well, this is Cancer energy. This is you following your heart. Unless you're dealing with another Cancer, this to me is you following your heart. I love this. Okay, what's in your future energy here? Eight of Cups. Walking away. Walking away from something that doesn't serve you. Okay. And what's coming towards you? The Queen of Cups. The King and Queen of Cups is here. So, like I was saying, I was picking up that romantic energy, but this could just be more of your energy. What you've been doing is following your heart. What's coming towards you is continuing to follow that heart, regardless of what's coming up for you. But this to me is also reciprocal energy. Maybe you're following your heart, and particularly if there's fear here, you think, will that be met? And this could be reciprocal energy as well for some. What's your advice here? The Ace of Pentacles. Wow. The Ace is a new beginning, a new opportunity, new energy, something tangible, not just, interestingly enough, how I was getting with the seeing potential. There's seeing and feeling potential in maybe a connection or a hobby or a direction, but it's just potential. There's nothing coming to fruition. This is something coming to fruition, and it's new, being an ace. So that is fascinating. And what is your likely outcome here? The Three of Cups, celebration, a coming together. This can be a reconciliation card for some. This is just joy. Okay. I love this. Let's dive deeper. Let's grab some clarifiers for the sign of Cancer. Now, for some, and what I'm getting here too with the Eight of Swords and the Ten of Swords and the Eight of Cups is you're conflicted a little bit here because your heart's maybe telling you to move away from something and go into the new. Because the Eight of Cups is actually moving away. The Ten of Swords is an ending, which is that challenge and why you're potentially conflicted. So maybe this new cycle is requiring you to close out something. And that could be a job, that could be a relationship, that could be a part of self as well that can't come with you moving forward. Okay. Why is the Five of Wands here for Cancer, please, Spirit? So we have the Death card. This is an ending, but this is also transformation. You're transforming here. You're letting go of an old thought pattern, an old way of being. You may be walking away from connections. You may be walking away from jobs. There is an ending here, and you are conflicted around it. There is a sense of disappointment with the Four of Cups at the bottom of the deck here. Potentially, I'm getting also disappointment in self. Maybe there's a little bit of regret. Maybe because fear has held you back in the past. Interestingly, because this is could be a reconciliation. But just in general, if there was something that you've always wanted to do but didn't embrace it, there is a sense of disappointment, but you are transforming here. Even though you're feeling a little conflicted, have patience. Believe in the impossible. Okay, why is the Ten of Swords here in your challenge, Cancer? The Ace of Swords at the bottom of the deck there. And the Death card again. Yeah, there's this ending. You have some clarity because you've gone within. And the Emperor here. So you're stepping into that divine masculine energy. We all have it, regardless of gender. But moving into taking action. Following your truth. Embracing your weirdness and facing your true north. You've got some clarity here on what it is that you're wanting to move towards. And that does require a death and rebirth, transformation and an ending. Okay. Why is the King of Swords in your awareness? Why is the King of Swords here, please? Yeah, the King of Swords is your ultimate decision maker. We have the Judgment card. This is making a final decision. We also have the Six of Wands and the Six of Pentacles. You may be seeing 6-6. Also, 6-6 represents for me a shift in your perception. So here with the Five of Wands, maybe fear was ruling and kind of really keeping you conflicted, where you can have a shift in perception and actually believe in the impossible, face your fears, take a leap of faith in your intuition. This is Six of Wands and victory, and this is, it's interesting, reciprocal energy, which I was getting with the King and Queen of Cups, but also feeling balanced in this final decision here. Oh wow, this decision to Ace of Cups is to follow your heart, follow your emotions, what brings you joy. And like I was saying, 6-6 is that change in perception. Underneath that is the strength. And this is taming that ego, those fears that come up, those self-doubt. What if I'm rejected? What if this doesn't work out? What if other people think I'm weird? What if people judge me, with the Judgment card as well being here? So what? You're not for everyone, and at least you know. That's what I kind of, I feel with that kind of stuff. It's either you don't know if you don't try. Everyone, absolutely everyone, has moments where they are rejected, not chosen, whether that be for jobs, relationships, all that kind of stuff. And it's got nothing to do with you, but everything to do with alignment and reciprocal energy. So if you don't get the job, it's about that wasn't for you. Even if it feels good, doesn't always mean that it's for your highest good. And you have to trust that. Believe in the impossible. I do feel like there is reciprocal energy here. But let's dive further. Let's go into the King of Cups influencing the spread. So why is the King of Cups here for Cancer? Okay. We have the Five of Cups at the bottom of the deck. This is focusing on that past, what hasn't worked, past sorrow. Again, we have that at the bottom here, right? With the Three of Swords, that pain, that discomfort. Interestingly, what I'm also getting with the King of Cups, because this is Cancer energy for me, this is you stepping into your energy, embracing your energy, embracing your emotions, because you are a water sign, Cancer. And we have the Six of Swords, beautiful. So for me, you are embracing who you are, your emotions, how you feel, embracing every part of yourself and following your truth. And you are moving away with the Six of Swords to calmer waters. You're moving away from this past sorrow, this past worry, this past pain, whatever this is for you. Something not working out, who knows, right? But you're moving away from that and you're trusting your intuition and you're embracing who you are. I love this. Okay, let's have a look at the Justice. What you don't see. Why is the Justice here, please? For Cancer. Where's the Justice here? Nice. We have the World at the bottom of the deck. The Justice is clarified by the Star. Now this is Libra and Aquarius energy. What I was picking up with this Justice card was that unconscious, bringing the unconsciousness to light. So this shadow aspect, maybe this pain that you didn't even realize with the blindfold, that you were holding, not wanting to potentially see your emotions, or even not wanting to see yourself, embracing who you are and facing your true north. So what you don't see is that this process of you deciding to move into the new, which is the world here, you are healing with the Star. The Star also represents, it can represent fame, right? And I'm not getting necessarily fame, it could be for some, but just stepping out and being seen, which is beautiful. And this is a card of healing. So you're healing that that shadow part that's been kind of keeping you hidden, but you're also stepping into wish fulfillment, which is beautiful, Cancer. Okay, let's have a look at the Queen of Cups. This is what's coming towards you. Where's the Queen of Cups here for Cancer? We have the Emperor at the bottom of the deck, Aries energy, yeah, and the Ace of Wands. So to me, this is that divine masculine energy. You may be stepping into your divine masculine energy if you're a divine masculine, or because we have both energies within us, you are taking action to this new beginning. Remember, we have that world. You're entering into a new cycle and you're taking action. Now, what I am getting with the Queen of Cups, this is more of your energy. So you've been following your emotions, embracing who you are, following your intuition, and it has created some inner conflict with the Five of Wands, which is in your current energy. So it is more of your energy that I am picking up. Now, I do feel like with this process, what you don't see is your healing, right? And I feel like you're healing this Five of Wands, this conflict of not taking action. Because why? The bottom of the deck, you are taking action to this new beginning. And it's also clarified by the Eight of Wands. This is fast moving energy. This is also communication. This is also travel. So that could apply to some. But what I'm feeling, remember I was getting this sense of, I feel it. I have a sense of this is where I'm needing to go. This is who I'm needing to go to or towards. It's going to be different for everyone. But this is you taking that leap of faith and taking action. This is back and forth communication. This is travel. This is fast moving energy. Why? Because you are taking action to this new energy, this new beginning. Remember, you have made a decision here. Beautiful. Exciting for you. Now let's have a look at the Ace of Pentacles and your advice. Why is the Ace of Pentacles here, please, for the sign of Cancer? Sign of Cancer, please, Spirit. Bottom of the deck is the Nine of Cups, wish fulfillment. And the Ace, oh my goodness, beautiful. The Ace of Pentacles is clarified by the Page of Wands and the Wheel of Fortune. This is good news. This is also, the Page of Wands is communication, reaching out, making a start on something. Yeah, and it's almost like, particularly if this is in connection to romance, it's taking that leap of faith, putting it out there, and giving it to the universe. The Wheel of Fortune. This is destiny, fate, and if it's meant to be, it's meant to be type of energy. And this is a new energy. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Nine of Cups. Oh my goodness. Followed by the Three of Cups, which is in your likely outcome. Celebration, a coming together. Wow. Okay. So take that leap of faith. Believe in the impossible. Work through your fears, Cancer, and trust that intuition. Face your true north. Embrace who you are. Love who you are, because you are beautiful. Okay, let's have a look. The Three of Cups is a likely outcome here. Whoop. Oh my goodness. Wish fulfillment. Yes, with the World. Whole new beginning here. Queen of Wands, taking action. The Three of Wands. So there may be distance here. I was getting travel also, which was coming towards you. But maybe this is something that you've just waited for. The Three of Cups is clarified by the Nine of Cups, the World, and the Queen of Wands. Yes, you are taking action. You have your truth. You've made a decision here to end something, walk away, but also walk away from an old, maybe it's just walking away from your fears, because you're moving towards your wish fulfillment. It's a brand new energetic cycle here, and it is one to celebrate. I love this for you, Cancer. Let's have a quick look at the Eight of Cups in your future energy. Why is this here? Nice. We have the Five of Wands at the bottom of the deck and the High Priestess. Oh, this is walking away from that conflict, that inner conflict, or even if it's an outside conflict. You're following your true north, you're following your intuition, and you're walking away from that. It doesn't serve you, and you are following your intuition, the High Priestess. This is bringing things to light, bringing unconsciousness to light, and going into the unknown. Believe in the impossible. I don't know where this is going to lead me. I may be a little frightened to do it, but you know what? I'm working through that, and I'm going to take that leap of faith and trust that inner wisdom with the owl there. This is beautiful, Cancer. Okay, so if you're keen to see your end of September read, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out. Otherwise, this is your reading. So I'm sending you much love, light, and insight, and I'll see you next time.